Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today's video is a roundup of Euro 2020. So today I'm going to discuss who I think has been the best player this tournament, who do I think has been the most underrated player this tournament, who do I think has been the best young player this tournament, and then I'm going to discuss England and how they fared, and also how my team in Euro 2020 fantasy football did throughout the whole tournament in the game. Yes, I got the microphone here because there is a lot of background noise outside, so I'll try to keep trying to make sure there's less of that coming in and there's more of my voice. Anyway, let's jump straight into the video. So, who do I think has been the best player this tournament? And for me, it's only one man. It's Leandro Spinazzola. So Spinazzola has been absolute class for Italy. Yes, he did get injured in the quarterfinals, which put him out for the semis and the final itself. But he's been absolutely class when he's playing. A constant threat down that left-hand side, creating chances, good at passing, good at defending, good at dribbling, good at shooting. What more is there? This man can't. What is there? What more can this man? I can't remember what's called now. What's that phrase? What's that phrase? What can't this man do? That's that phrase. What can't this man do? He's been absolutely brilliant in this tournament. And obviously, Emerson came in the semis and the final, and he did look good. But he's not the same player as Spinazzola. And also, Spinazzola is an inverted fullback, so he's got to cut back onto his right foot when he wants to put a good ball in. So that shows you how talented the man has been throughout this tournament. So who do I think has been the most underrated player at this tournament? Well, this guy, he scored the same amount of goals as Ronaldo. He scored more than Lukaku, more than Kane, more than Mbappe, more than Griezmann. And that man is called Patrick Schick. So absolutely outstanding. Like I said there, joint top goal scorer in the tournament and has done really well with Czech Republic. I think he's exceeded everyone's expectations. If you knew about Patrick Schick already, I didn't. And he's been absolutely brilliant. And I think he's going to be on a lot of teams' radar. Teams like West Ham, they're in need of a striker. Maybe they might look at Patrick Schick. And yeah, even if you did know about him, surely he's exceeded your expectations. But 5 goals, absolutely brilliant. 1 from the halfway line against Scotland, ridiculously good. And yeah, I think Czech Republic have exceeded everyone's expectations as well as Patrick Schick. So yeah, that's why he is my most underrated player. Well, underrated player, I mean the player who's exceeded everyone's expectations. Someone who doesn't, a player who people didn't think were going to do this well. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, moving on. And now let's talk about who do I think has been the best young player this tournament. And for me, that is only one man as well. It is Pedri. 18 years of age, and he's a mainstay in the Spanish midfield, alongside Busquets. And he's keeping players like Thiago, Koke, Rodri out the team. Those 3 are rotating for the 3rd spot because Busquets and Pedri have already nailed down the other 2. He's 18 years of age is what outstands me. He's playing like he's 25. He's playing like he's that age. He's playing like he's coming into his peak years of his career. He's so composed on the ball. He's good at passing. He dictates play in midfield, and he has a bright future ahead of him. He could easily be one of the best midfielders in the world in a few years' time. That's how good he is. Top talent. And Barcelona are lucky to have him in the state they are in at the moment because, you know, they are needing to offload a lot of players, but they won't offload him because he could be a top player for them for the next 10 to 15 years. Harv, mate, who do you think has been your player of the tournament for the Euros?
Sounds biased, but I think Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw because he's got assists against, who was it? Ukraine twice. In the group stage he played quite well defensively and he scored a goal in the final, so
Fair enough.
I think, although if I had to choose not English player, it'd be Spinazzola, but he got injured as well, so it's kind of...
What about an underrated player of the tournament?
Underrated?
Like one who's played well but you didn't think so?
Melee.
That's a shout,
Or Damsgaard. One of them 2.
What about your young player of the tournament?
Young player? How old's Melee?
I
think so, he's 22, isn't he?
Do an under 20 for young player.
Under 20. Pedri.
Same, I chose him as well. Top class talent.
I'll go Pedri. Alright. Pedri, to be fair, is very, very good. I can't lie there.
And he's also, I think, like, he's performing, he's only 18, but he's performing like he's like 25.
Oh yeah, I know, mate. He's very, he seems experienced, you know. But...
And he's a mainstay in the Spanish midfield.
Yeah, I know.
Been the best player at this tournament.
My best player would be Raheem Sterling. He's carried this England team to a Euro final. Yeah, I may be a little bit biased, but he's provided goals when we lacked it, when Harry Kane wasn't providing at the start of the tournament. But Harry Kane eventually came good, and then they formed a great partnership.
Alright, who do you think has been the most underrated player? Like the player that's impressed you the most, but you wouldn't have thought so?
My most underrated player would be Damsgaard because before the Euro tournament, I didn't have a clue who he was. He's brought life into the Denmark team after the unfortunate and horrific scenes of what happened with Ericsson. He brought hope and then took them to a semi-final. So he's my pick for the most underrated player.
All right, here we go. The young player. Who do you think has been the best young player at the tournament?
My best young player, and this isn't off stats or anything like that, from what I've seen of him play, is Doku, because the matches I've seen him play for Belgium were quality. Run at the defender, no matter the status of the defender, no matter who they are. He challenged for it, and he looks like a really promising teenager. So he's my most underrated player.
Young player.
Yeah.
Young player, yeah. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Yeah, subscribe to Joe Waffles if you want top quality content. And yeah, it's better than FPL skills.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, go subscribe. Put in the comment section, who do you think has been the best player this tournament? Who do you think has been the most underrated player? The player who's impressed you the most, who you didn't think would impress you, or you didn't really think would get the headlines before the start of the tournament? And then tell me who you think has been the best young player at this tournament. Put in the comment section, and I'll have a read through them and reply to you and stuff. And now let's talk about England and how they fared throughout the tournament. And obviously, you guys know they fared really, really good in my opinion. Yes, they did fall at the final hurdle in the final. And yeah, it is a disappointment. You're thinking typical England, losing on penalties, not winning things. But you've got to look at the positives and be optimistic. When was the last time we got to the final? Absolutely ages ago. 2018 World Cup, getting to the semis, we beat that achievement. 2016 we were rubbish. 2014 we were rubbish. 2012 we were rubbish. 2010 we were rubbish. We've been rubbish for a number of years now in major tournaments. And this one we got to the final, so fair play to the lads. And the majority of that team are young and inexperienced, which proves my point that it is a really, really good achievement. And obviously, next winter in 2022, because it's in the winter, not the summer, it's ridiculous, because of various reasons, but it should be in the summer, in another country, because basically, long story short, they're putting it in the winter because it's too hot to have it in that country in the summer, but why not have it somewhere else in the summer? Because it's a summer tournament. No one wants to stop the Premier League season for the World Cup. Well, I don't. But yeah, anyway, enough of that waffling. What I was saying is that England could have a shout next winter, at winning the World Cup. Because, yeah, the team have got optimism. As long as they don't get to, a bit like, oh, we lost this one, we're not going to do much better. As long as they have optimism, which I'm sure they will do, they can have a good go at the next World Cup, or the World Cup next year. So now let's talk about my Euro 2020 fantasy football team and how they fared throughout the tournament. So yeah, a disappointing rank and a disappointing amount of points right there. Very disappointing. But we've got to take it because we can't not. But enough of me and how my team did. I want to talk about this guy, the FPL Irishman. Look how many points he got. That many points. I think he finished top 200 or top 200 in the world or top 200 in the UK, which is a massive achievement in itself. Fair play to him there. And he has got a YouTube channel too. So type in the FPL Irishman into YouTube and go subscribe to him. And yeah, he is good at Euro 2020 fantasy football, and he's also good at FPL as well. So go check his channel out. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.